Bird banding is very important. It's really for tracking. It helps give a lot of knowledge in knowing what the birds are doing. It shows where the birds go and where they've been in different habitats they're using.
I know they tend to band a lot of snow geese, and the snow geese, it's really cool to get a band off a snow goose because you get to see how far they've traveled. Those birds come all the way from the Arctic, and they come over and then they go all the way down into Mexico. You know, so that distance that them birds are coming is incredible.
People band birds actually all over the country. It helps with conservation. It's very crucial to gather that information so that we can make sure we continue to have waterfowl for generations to come and we can continue to hunt them.
You know, going out and shooting your band is a reward. It's like shooting a 5-point buck to a deer hunter. But to actually go out and put the bands on the bird, now that's a little bit different. That was the first time I'd ever done anything like that. He was having me write down the different sex, whether it was male or female, a year old, first year hatch, second year, 3 year. He also taught us how to tell in the tips of the feathers whether they were split or not. Helped with the aging of the bird. A lot of them were first year hatch, so that made it pretty easy. But when you're done banding them, basically just throw them in the air and let them fly off. Being a part of that was pretty fun.
That must have been the noise one we were talking about.
We're gonna let it go.
See you in the fall.
It's kind of fun to have them banded birds go down in your blind, because then you get to call it in. You know, it's cool. They tell you how old it is. They send you a certificate in the mail that you can frame and hang up if you want. Basically, the importance of banding is just so we can track birds and make sure our populations are up there and we're being good hunters. And then you get to wear that band on your lanyard like your top dog. So
I've been hunting for 8 years, but I've never shot a band, and everybody always talks about how great bands are and how their lanyards are all full of it and stuff. And then there's me with 0 bands, and it's sheer disappointment.
the excitement of shooting a band, it's amazing. Usually it makes everybody in the blind for certain that they shot that bird. So with Spectre shot, they make colored shells. So this mean story, I'm gonna tell it. We were in Canada and we were shooting shooting birds, and I watched the guide we were with take a band off of his lanyard and stick it on a duck. So he sticks it on this duck and he takes and he throws it in a pile, and he looked right at me and said,
A couple guys out there ain't never shot a band before, and they're all whining about this new Spectre shot and who got what. We're gonna put this band on this bird, and then what we'll do is we'll throw it in a pile here in a little bit, and we'll see who gets it. It's gonna be funny.
Austin says, this one's banded, this one's banded. And we're like, oh man, who shot it? Oh, I don't know. Well, you better find out.
Got ourselves a banded bird here. I just figured I'd cut the meat out of it.
He starts digging through this bird and looking for a colored shot. Doesn't find any colored shot in it.
Whoever will eat the heart out of that bird can have it. Or just take a little, okay, here, I'll make it easy on you. Whoever will take a lick of the blood. Right there, just hold it up and lick it. You can have it.
Oh. We're not putting that in there. You're not putting that in there, are you?
This bird's wide open and he licked that whole thing out. And then he realized that it was a fake band, and he's never let us live it down.
405. You sons of bitches. I don't really know what you want me to tell you. I've never shot a band. But eventually I'll shoot one and tell everybody to suck it after I do that. I don't know.
You go ahead and put your band on your lanyard, baby. That's my lanyard company.
So it's one of those things we don't get a lot of, so people are willing to just eat the guts out of a duck for a silly little piece of aluminum.
Waterfowl Evolution, brought to you by Cargo Glide, work, play, life. ARE, outfit for life. Garmin, in it for the long haul. Fowl Plucker, a duck hunter's second best friend. Carlson's Choke Tubes, the shooter's choice. 456 Chevy trucks, 1960 to 66 Chevy and GMC trucks.